Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Hot Toys Cobb Vanth. Let's get started. So this is the Cobb Vanth 6-scale figure by Hot Toys, based on the likeness of the actor Timothy Olyphant, and obviously based on the character Cobb Vanth from the television series The Mandalorian. It's a pre-order product of $300, and I just want to show you here. Sideshow have a price as $300, but exchange rate, if I exchange that, $300 is actually €311, not €321. Now I know exchange rates fluctuate depending on what app or market you're looking at, but in general, I've noticed that when I convert the dollar price to the euro price, it's actually significantly cheaper than the euro price that gets put up when I look at these figures on Sideshow. Another reason I don't buy from them. And it might seem like a little thing, it's only €10, but if you do the maths, right? So this is $300. I'm going to go $300, not euro, because most people who watch my videos are actually from America, so it just makes more sense. So $300, which is €311 and not €321. So $300, and then to get it to Ireland it'll cost me $50, so that's $350, and then I multiply that by 1.3, basically add another 30%, because I get hit with a 30% customs charge every time I buy something from outside the EU that's over $100. So you're talking $455 if I wanted this. Let's be honest folks, regardless of the price, which I will address later on, it's not worth $455, which is one of the reasons I don't buy from Sideshow. And that's not necessarily Sideshow's fault. Sideshow are basically filling in their, I think it's called a tariff form, so that when it goes over our borders, the customs here know the value of it and what it is. Yeah, so it's not Sideshow's fault. They're doing things above the table there. They're doing things properly. However, there are some Hong Kong-based resellers, not Toys Wonderland. They don't mark values down for Ireland, but I know that Lion Rock Toys does, and they basically are very open about it. They've asked me to mention it, and the figure that I ordered from them, I didn't get charged any customs. So I mean, if you look at that again, what was the percentage in that? So $455, so $300 plus $50. Okay, and then it went up to, oh my god, so if I order, so is that correct? So if I multiply this by 0.3, $105 import, that's about right, because the Snowspeeder Luke that you can see behind me cost me $50 to get from Sideshow, because that was the last thing I got from Sideshow, I think the second last thing, and then €90 import charge there, so it's a thing. Anyway, so it's a pre-order product. If you're in America, it's $300. If you are ordering this from Sideshow in Ireland, no, just forget it really. We'll take a look at it. A lot of people love this character. I knew nothing about Cobb Vanth until of course he appeared in season 2 of The Mandalorian, and of course the Book of Boba Fett. Did I like the character? Yes, I liked the actor. I thought he had a certain amount of presence. He really had that kind of sheriff kind of confident, swashbuckling type of guy. Great hair, but he yeah, he had a good presence about him. I liked the actor. I think he did a good job. The character I do like, but I wasn't like, my god, I have to have a Cobb Vanth character or figure in my collection. I know a lot of people were, but maybe they had prior knowledge to Cobb Vanth from other media. I'm pretty sure he's in some of the comic books, and is he in the game as well? Let me know if you know where his origins are from. When did he first appear in the Star Wars universe, regardless of the media? Let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, so my first kind of experience with Cobb Vanth was basically from The Mandalorian, and yeah, I thought the character was good. I thought the actor did a good job, but I wasn't like, oh god, I have to have one. Now there is a scene that came up that made me want a Cobb Vanth figure, and I'll get to that, but let's just take a look at the figure first. So like I said, pre-order product, $300, and due to ship sometime between July 2023 and December of next year. Initial impressions, it looks good. What do I like about it? I like that the very first time you see this character on screen, when he has Boba's armor, when he appears in the doorway of that saloon in Mandalorian Season 2, you know that's Boba Fett's armor. But you also know, even though he has his helmet on, that's not Boba Fett, because of his physique. He's kind of skinny, he's kind of tall, and even the way he stands, he kind of stands like a cowboy. Like, he didn't stand like Boba. Boba stood in a very different way, Jeremy Bulloch's character. And I know, like, you know, Jeremy Bulloch was a skinny guy, and Tamora Morrison, very different physique, but you could just tell by the way this guy was standing, and maybe even his flight suit underneath it, just something about it screamed, it's Boba's armor, but it's not Boba Fett. And I thought even the actor, you know, the way he acted with his body there, the way he stood, did a good, communicated something without actually saying it verbally. So this, I think the outfit is actually better than the head sculpt. I don't think the head sculpt's bad at all, but it's not like a 10 out of 10 or a shrink ray. It's not like a Reva. Like, when I saw the Reva one, I was like, that looks like a photo. The Valkyrie one was excellent as well. I think this is maybe about an 8 out of 10. But I think the costume, I think they've really nailed the costume. Like, I really like the costume. Like, you know, he's kind of he's a slimmer gentleman. Obviously, you have the red kind of scarf buff thing, and then the different colored, pretty sure they're accurate as well. The red scarf or buff here was a different color to the actual flight suit, if I do believe. I think they have this right. This is red and the flight suit was orange. I like the way he had the kind of two belts. So it's a little bit strange the way he had two belts on. They have this kind of horizontal belt, and then this one here, I suppose that's his actual belt, and then this one is like the belt that holds up the blaster holster. And even the way it's kind of cool the way it's angled downwards, and that's kind of a cool simple pose as well, with him resting his hands on the holster belt, because that's how he kind of stood. He was very, like, you can imagine him in a Stetson basically. This looks fantastic. Yeah, it definitely looks like Timothy Oliphant. It definitely looks like Cobb Vanth to me. The figure is actually making me like the appearance of this character more so than he actually appeared in The Mandalorian. Like, and you know, I thought he was cool in Mandalorian. I like the base. It's different. It's not a sand base. It's not your typical Star Wars kind of great, you know, the kind of a grey or black one with the slats in it, which is cool. I think it's very simple, but I like it. It's kind of like, I suppose the door, is it a doorway? Because this kind of looks like the outside of a saloon. This looks like some sort of a bit of a doorway. I think it's simple, but it's nice. It's not over the top. I think that's one I would actually use if I was to get this character. Yeah, this is good. I think a lot of people are going to be very, very happy, because a lot of people were crying out for Cobb Vanth. I wasn't one of them. When I saw Cad Bane, I was like, yeah, that would look cool in figure form, which kind of brings me naturally onto my point. Like, obviously, am I going to get this? I see a lot of people saying $300 is overpriced, but unfortunately $300 seems to be par for the course. Yes, they're creeping up. I think for a figure with a head sculpt, $285 tends to be the mark. And this is the figure with a head sculpt, so yeah, maybe you could argue that it's $15 too expensive, but you know, it is a brand new head sculpt. He does have the armor as well, and he does have the jetpack and the gun, and he does also have that kind of cool diorama. I actually like the base. So am I going to get it? You know what, we'll take a quick look at everything it comes with before we go any further. So obviously it comes with the head sculpt. I think it's good. I'm going to talk about that later on. This here, I really like this simple stand. I would use it without this if I was going to use it. And I actually, one of the rare bases or dioramas I'd actually use. But I do like this bunch of swap out hands. The gauntlets, which are obviously the same kind of, they're almost like a, how do you describe this color? They're kind of almost like a burgundy weathered up gauntlet, because it makes sense, because I have the Boba Roba 2-pack here. This is Boba's armor, and he has the same helmet and chest armor and jetpack as Cobb Vanth would have, because it's his and it hasn't been fixed yet or repainted. Got the bottle of Spotchka. You've got the more Western style blaster. You've got his kind of rifle. Is that like a firing effect? No, that's just a different color paint. Okay, I thought that was like smoke and something coming out, which wouldn't make sense really. But he's got the helmet as well, which you can actually, yeah, you can make him hold this helmet. So basically you can swap out the helmet for the sculpt, and then you can hold the helmet as if you just taken it off, which is kind of par for the course with helmeted figures that come with head sculpts really. Anything else here? You just have the boots and all the little part. You have the whistling birds as well. Yeah, that's another part that belongs to Boba. The jetpack, the rocket that he uses to take on those bandits, or well, take them out more than anything. And it has the flame effect to make him look like he's flying. I want to find one of the head sculpts. I think the head sculpt's okay. Like it's not a bad head sculpt, but it's not like a shrink rate. It's not a 10 or a 9. I think this, for me, this is about a 7, 7.5, 8. Looks great there. Looks great there. Definitely not a bad head sculpt. It's not anything for people to get annoyed about or anything like that, I don't think. I won't be getting annoyed about it anyway. It's kind of just at this angle here, doesn't look 100% to me, to be honest. Alright, so in conclusion, good figure. I think they've nailed the outfit. I think they've nailed the outfit better than they have the head sculpt. Do I think the head sculpt is bad? No, I don't think it's bad. It's a solid head sculpt. It's just not like a 10 or a 9. I don't know what I even give it an 8. I think it's a solid 7, maybe a 7.5, maybe an 8. Looks pretty good, but not quite all the way there yet. Would I display it with the head sculpt? I think it's good enough to display, definitely. So I'd say, I'll give it a 7.5, maybe an 8. So good head sculpt, not amazing. And in conclusion, am I going to get it? I don't think I'm going to be honest, because it's not a character I really needed. I really liked Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett. Now, I didn't like the Book of Boba Fett, and for me to purchase one of these, I need 3 things. I have to like the character, I have to like the source material, and I have to like the version of the character. Cad Bane, did I like the character? Absolutely. Did I like that version of the character and the way it appeared in live action? Absolutely. Did I like the Book of Boba Fett? No, but I really liked episode 5 and 6, and to be honest, I think the best thing in the Book of Boba Fett was the face-off that these 2 characters had. However, this here has the armor on. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably go ahead and get Cad Bane when it comes out. I'll probably pre-order it actually. But I'm going to wait and see how this turns out. See how the head sculpt turns out. See if people can actually remove the armor. I've seen Posing with Peter has done a video already. And see what it looks like if and when people can take off the armor. And I want to be able to, like, I don't want to have to take it off and then have to stick it with glue back on. I want to be able to take it off and clip back on. So if that's doable, then I'd consider getting this to recreate that scene, because that was an amazing scene. That's pretty much the end of this video. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking this one up or not. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.